Ever looked at a math problem and wondered, how do I turn this into code? Our textbook is full of math problems waiting to become Python programs. Should we memorize all these programs? No, it's a lot easier than you think. Today, we are going to break down the exact 3-step formula to convert any math problem into working Python code. I am RP with you. Let's dive into today's lesson. First, the IPO Cycle Identification. Before you type a single line of code, look at your math problem and ask 3 questions. Process. What's the actual formula? Input. What data do I need from the user? Output. What is the final answer I need to display? Notice that we started from the middle here because we needed to know the process first to understand what all values we need as input. Let's use a classic example, finding the area of a circle. Our process is the formula, here pi times r squared. For this, we need the value for the radius, so our input is the radius. Our output is the area. We can identify the IPO cycle for any problem like this. Next, translation. We take our IPO and write it in Python. Step 1. Get the input using the input function and convert it into desired type. Since the radius can have decimals, we use float here along with input. Step 2. The process. Write the formula as a Python expression. In our example, we write the expression like this. Finally, step 3. The output. We use the print function to show the result. This is a very simple example, just used to demonstrate the 3 steps. Practice with problems like this to master this 3-step approach. In bigger problems, each of these steps may require application of further knowledge. So let's familiarize the concepts we need for each step. If you don't remember any of these concepts in detail, don't worry, we have detailed short videos covering each and every concepts we discuss here. We need to accept values. Mostly, we request the user for values. They type them in directly and we convert them into desired types. Sometimes, user may have data saved as files, plain text files or CSV. So, in general, to accept values, we need to learn these 3 concepts. 1. How to use input function. 2. How to read data from text files, both plain and binary. 3. How to read data from a CSV file. One thing we must remember, user may enter wrong kind of data intentionally or by mistakes. Always give instructions as clear as possible. We can use print statements also for this. Still, there can be mistakes. Our program must expect this and ensure that we always get valid data. How? Always check these 2 things. 1. Is the input convertible into desired types? Learn the use of int, float, etc. to convert the string values to required types. If not convertible, there will be an error. Learn exception handling to deal with the value error. 2. Does the input satisfy desired conditions? Learn the use of conditionals to check this. If the data is invalid, we must ask the user to re-enter valid data. Ideally, this must be done in an infinite loop, which stops only when the user enters valid data or they decide to quit. Learn how to write an infinite while loop and how to use break or continue statements to exit from it. Once we get valid data, we go to the next step. In simple cases, the process step is just converting the math formula to a Python expression. An expression is a combination of values, variables, and operators. You should know what the operators are and how to use them. In some math problems, you have to deal with conditions like, is the number odd or even, is it a prime number, is it less than 100, etc. Then based on that condition, we will do further things. We need to master the use of if-else statements for this. In some others, the math may involve repeating a step, like adding numbers from 1 to n, etc. We need to master the use of while and for loops for this. Sometimes a loop may not be enough to repeat a sub-process. Then move that block of lines to become a custom function and call that function from your main process. For this, we need to master writing our own functions. Generally, understanding the math logic is enough to understand what we need to do. Just match the mathematical logic to Python's control structures and you can solve anything. Commonly, we just need to print out the results to the screen. For this, mastering the use of print function is enough. It can print out a single value, multiple values, or even formatted strings. Sometimes we may need the output to be in a file format, a simple text file or a CSV file, or any other types which are beyond the scope of our syllabus. So we need to learn how to write a text file, both plain and binary, and how to write a CSV file too. Now you know how to organize your Python program and what all concepts you need to learn to build it. We will go through each of those concepts using our shorter micro concept videos. This will ensure that you will not miss any marks for both the theory and the practical exams. Which concept do you need the most? Please comment below, that will help us design this better. Also, if you found the video useful, please like, share with your friends and subscribe if not done already. Concept shorts are coming in, don't miss that.